Okay, good morning, students. Today I'm starting with the remaining portion of the chapter 12, that is the shoemaker. So far, we have discussed about the condition of Mr. Manaday after coming out of the prison, how he was looking. Then it was describing an incident when Mr. Lorry came to meet the shoemaker, and his servant introduced Mr. Lorry to the shoemaker, and how was the reaction when he asked about his name. What was the answer given by the shoemaker? The answer given by the shoemaker was 105 North Tower. This was the reply for the question when Mr. Lorry asked about the name of the shoemaker. This much we have discussed in the previous class. Today we will start with the rest of the portion of the chapter 12. So now I am reading. With a weary sound that was not a sigh nor a groan, he bent to work again until the silence was again broken. So after the shoemaker replied to the question about his name, he made a sound which was not loud, which was not a sigh, and he started working again to the work of shoemaking. Now here the term is used, groan. What is the meaning of the groan? To say something in a miserable tone. So he was speaking somewhat like in a miserable tone, that he was not very much willing to say anything here. Now, and the silence remained there until they started speaking again. Now who started speaking? Mr. Lorry started speaking again. He asked, "You are not a shoemaker by trade," said Mr. Lorry, looking steadfastly at him. So here, when he was not satisfied with the answer given by the shoemaker, he again told to the shoemaker that you know that you are not a shoemaker by trade. This is not your business. This is not your job. And he was looking at Mr. Lorry's, at Mr. Mentley steadfastly, means consistently. Continuously he was looking at the shoemaker, and he said these words. His haggard eyes turned to Defarge as if he would have transferred the question to him. Now, what was the reaction of the shoemaker on this question, or on this statement that he was not actually a shoemaker? His haggard eyes. Haggard means, the meaning is given here, exhausted and distraught. Means very tired, as if there was no hope in those eyes. With the hopelessness, he looked at the servant. Who was the servant? The Defarge. He looked at the servant as if he was transferring the question to him. Means the shoemaker wanted the servant to reply to the question of Mr. Lorry. But as no help came from the quarter, they turned back on the questioner when they had sought the ground. But since there was no reply, no reaction from the servant, they again turns toward the questioner. And who was the questioner? Mr. Lorry. Both of them, the shoemaker and the servant, both turned towards Mr. Lorry when they had sought the ground. I am not a shoemaker by trade. Again, this was a question from the shoemaker to himself. I am not a shoemaker by trade. No, I was not a shoemaker by trade. The first sentence was the question. Now the second sentence is the statement in which the shoemaker is giving the confirmation that actually he was not the shoemaker by trade. I learned it here. I taught myself. I asked to leave. And the sentence here is incomplete. So he told Mr. Lorry that no, he was not a shoemaker by trade, but he learnt it there. He taught the art of shoemaking to himself. He lapsed away even for minutes, ringing those major changes on his hands. The whole time his eyes came slowly back at last to the face from which they had wandered. When they rested on it, he started and resumed in the manner of a sleeper that moment awake, reverting to a subject of last night. And after speaking, after telling that okay, he was not actually a shoemaker, he learned the art of making shoes. What happened? He lapsed away even for a minute, means he remained silent for minutes, ringing those measured changes on his hands whole time. His eyes came slowly back at last to the face, means again he was lost into his thoughts for minutes, and after a few minutes he turned back again to the face of Mr. Lorry and the servant whom were waiting for his response in the manner of a sleeper. And how he returned back? As if he was awake from the sleep, reverting to a subject of last night. Reverting means returning to, and his look was like as if he was sleeping. He woke up and he started discussing the same thing that he was discussing with these two people last night. This was the reaction of the shoemaker within a gap of few minutes. I asked leave to teach myself, and I got it with much difficulty after a long while, and I have made shoes ever since. Now he said that he allowed himself to learn the art of shoemaking, and with much difficulty after a long while, and it took a long time and it was difficult for him to learn this thing. He started making the shoes. As he held out his hand from the shoe that had been taken from him, Mr. Lorry said, still looking steadfastly in his face. So, and he said all these words by taking out his hand from the shoe that was taken from him to show it to Mr. Lorry. But Mr. Lorry was continuously looking at the shoemaker, and again he put a question before the shoemaker. Monsieur Manette, do you remember nothing of me? Now he came to the question very straight, and he asked to the shoemaker that you did not remember anything about me. Who was Mr. Lorry? Mr. Lorry was an old friend of the shoemaker. So now he asked, and he was there for such a long time, all through all this conversation, but there was no surprise, no reaction from the shoemaker, as if he was meeting an old friend of him. So now Mr. Lorry asked him in a very straight manner that, do you remember nothing of me? Means, are you not able to recognize me? Do you not able to remember our friendship or whatever the time we had spent together? The shoe dropped to the ground and he sat looking fixedly at the questioner. At this question of Mr. Lorry, the shoe that was there in the hands of the shoemaker, it fell down on the ground from his hands and he started looking at the questioner. Now again, who is the questioner? Mr. Lorry. The shoemaker started looking at the Mr. Lorry with fixed eyes, means he was also continuously looking at the face of Mr. Lorry as if he was trying to recall something. When Mr. Lorry put the question that, do you remember nothing of me? Don't you remember anything about me? That means there was a hint that there is something that the shoemaker must recall. So he started looking at the face of Mr. Lorry with constant view, with a consistent look.